Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Hey, it's another cloudy day today, and looks like we might get into some rain. We'll see how it works out for us. But we're going to be doing the Sea to Sky Highway 99 today, after we go a little bit further south on the Highway 97. So we'll get started here shortly. We're just finishing up loading up the bikes. See you soon.
Good morning, just returning the keys to our hotel here, and then we'll be off to the Sea to Sky Highway. Might rain, so we're wearing some extra rain stuff, but I have a feeling it's going to be a great day.
Everywhere we've traveled, there has been unique and beautiful landscapes to see. We've encountered wonderful, kind, and interesting people along the way, and today marks the end of an epic section, a chapter if you will. British Columbia, the Yukon Territory, and Alaska are everything people say they are, and then some. So join us as we finish up with a bang on the Sea to Sky Highway. The Sea to Sky Highway runs from Vancouver, British Columbia to Pemberton, British Columbia, and is just over 100 miles long. Starting in downtown Vancouver, the route heads north to West Vancouver before traveling along the coast to Squamish. From there, the highway heads up into the mountains to Pemberton. We, of course, will be doing this route in reverse, by starting at Caribou Highway 97. The section from Caribou Highway to Pemberton should not be overlooked. It is just as stunning, I promise. After leaving 100 Mile House, we'll ride south for 63 miles before intersecting with Highway 99. This part of the Caribou Highway brings us closer to the southern end of the Caribou Plateau and west of Kamloops. Clinton is a small community of about 570 people and marks the spot that we're close to Highway 99. Just south of Clinton are several lakes nestled into the hills along the highway. Salt Lake, 4 Mile Lake, and 6 Mile Lake make for a picturesque view as we head to our turning off point on Highway 99. The Bonaparte River is 93 miles long and is a tributary of the Thompson River. If you look at satellite images, one will see farms along most of its length all the way to Bonaparte Lake. At Highway 99, we turn right and ride to the southwest. A good portion of our ride today will include no less than 15 different First Nation locations. I imagine that each of these locations may have distinct tribes with different names and traditions. The first of these native locations are Hat Creek, Pavilion IR, and Marble Canyon. How wonderful it is to have these scenic locales protected but accessible. We will also ride through areas that are provincial parks, or are at least near them. One such park is Marble Canyon. Crown, Turquoise, and Pavilion Lakes reside inside the boundary of Marble Canyon Provincial Park. As a side note, Pavilion Lake is one of the only of a handful of lakes in the world where stromatolite features can be seen. These fossilized features are formed from coral-like microorganisms. They are considered some of Earth's oldest life forms. Pretty cool, huh? The Canadian National Railway Company was established in 1918, which combined several railways into the national system. The CN Railway operated from coast to coast, but was in direct conflict with the privately owned Canadian Pacific Railway. To reduce this conflict, the Canadian Pacific Act was passed in 1933. This act required the competing railways to cooperate on services and eliminate duplicate ones. In 1978, passenger service was taken over by the Via Rail Canada. Even today, in this area, they are advocating for passenger service. Once again, our path crosses the mighty Fraser River on its way to the sea. Originating in the Rocky Mountains, the river flows 854 miles before emptying into the sea at the Strait of Georgia, south of Vancouver. Each year, the longest British Columbia River discharges 20 million tons of sediment into the ocean. Fountain Valley is the gateway to the small town of L'Alouette and is situated along the Fraser River and Fountain Ridge. Historically important for its location along the river trail, which followed the Fraser River for its entire length. The river trail met up with the Cariboo Road, which in turn opened up travel to much of the southern portion of British Columbia. Even though this area is technically not a part of the Sea to Sky Highway, it's hard to argue the majestic views of the valley, mountains, and rivers. Indigenous people still make up for over half of the population in L'Alouette. Many ancient archaeological sites are preserved here, including petroglyphs and pit house communities. Crossing the Seton River means we will be climbing into the coastal range. This mountain ride is absolutely awesome, and it will take us to our connection with the Sea to Sky Highway.
Can't really tell on this video, but this is jade. It says Noel Creek, Noel Creek jade. How cool. I'll video this place so you can remember to make a comment. Lightfoot Food Mart. What are those big wheels I keep seeing?
You want that for your glasses? The Seton Canal constitutes a diversion flow downstream of the Seton Dam, which is a part of the British Columbia hydroelectric project. The dam was completed in 1956. We have arrived at the Tantalus Mountain Range, which is a part of the Greater Pacific Coast Ranges. This means we are at the sky portion of the Sea to Sky Highway. At Cayush Pass, we reach our highest point at 4,183 feet, but Mount Tantalus will be looking down at us from 8,540 feet. Interestingly, we will encounter the steepest paved grades we have ever endured. The Sea to Sky Highway is truly a motorcyclist paradise. The highway follows along Cayush Creek upward towards Duffy Lake. This area is arguably the most remote and scenic section of Highway 99. It's really hard to know where to look, but I hope we've been able to provide some great video to share with you. Boulder Creek marks an area that clearly has landslides. It wouldn't surprise me if this was an avalanche area as well. Our ascent takes us on a zigzag route that crisscrosses over Cayush Creek. Reaching Channel Creek means we are getting close to Duffy Lake and Cayush Pass. Duffy Lake Provincial Park encompasses the upper reaches of Cayush Creek and Duffy Lake. Because the lake is stocked with rainbow trout, it is a popular fishing destination. How beautiful here, huh? We make the last Cayush Creek crossing as we reach the top at Cayush Pass. From here on out, we'll be descending all the way to the sea. This downhill is at a 15% grade and will include runaway truck escape ramps. There will be some hairpin turns or switchbacks if you prefer. Pemberton, British Columbia sits just west of Lillooet Lake and at the base of Pemberton Meadows Valley. Once a hub for fur traders and later miners, Pemberton lost its significance as a trade route with the completion of the Caribou Road, which in itself was a shortcut to the interior. Today, Pemberton is a small community of about 3,500 people. With its location on the Sea to Sky Highway, it has become a tourist hotspot. We didn't hike to Nairn Falls. However, Nairn Falls Provincial Park is a great place to camp if visiting the area. From this campground, you'd have a fantastic access to the surrounding back roads up in the mountains. Maybe next time for us. As for the falls, they reach a height of 130 feet. Green Lake sits just north of Whistler, British Columbia. This entire area has become a swanky ski resort with year-round tourist appeal. Whistler is known as one of the largest ski resorts in North America, and its Olympic Park was home to the 2010 Winter Olympics. The Cheakamus River originates high up in the mountains in McBride Glacier and flows 44 miles west to its confluence with the Squamish River. Its rapid descent causes rapids and falls. Because of this, it has become a popular whitewater rafting and kayaking waterway. Squamish, British Columbia lies along the Mamquon Blind Channel on the north end of Howe Sound. Squamish, along with its much bigger brother, Vancouver, became a popular seaport with their access to fur and timber exports, along with being a staging area during the gold rush. Nowadays, Squamish is a mid-sized city of 25,000 residents. We will be stopping to fuel up and eat a late lunch before heading to our lodging for the night. We will follow Highway 99 along the coast to West Vancouver, where Sherry has booked us a house located on a mountainside overlooking the Sound and offshore islands. This puts us within about a 10 to 15 minute ride to the ferry at Horseshoe Bay. The only downside to our lodging was the steep driveway. Roy was brave and parked his bike at the bottom, but it was decided it would be too risky for Sherry. One false move and she ends up going through our host's garage door. No worries though, it all worked out okay.
This is the beautiful view out of our hotel tonight. It's part of somebody's house. Has 3 very nice sized bedrooms and a kitchenette. Anyway, I love this tree. He's got a green thumb apparently, but even more I love these hydrangeas. So beautiful. And the pergola. I think it's called a pergola. Anyway, I am heading back up. He's got rose bushes all over. Looks like you could go down a little further through here. And this is the way we got down to our room. And only Roy parked down here because the driveway is quite steep. And some beautiful roses. And I love this tree over here. And I'm gonna go back up and turn the alarm on Mike's bike. And I'm gonna walk up the steps since I have my sandals on. Mountain living here. We came down this steep road. There's a house up there, a house there, and down that drive, and then down this drive. And again, you can see that beautiful ocean view. Here's where Mike and I had to park, because there's no parking around the cul-de-sac except before that sign that says no parking. So we parked here. I'm gonna turn Mike's alarm on. So you can see, it's not for the faint-hearted. But love that view. Since I already fell wearing these sandals, Mike suggested I take the steps instead of the driveway, because it is quite steep. And here's where Roy's parking. I'm going to show you these beautiful roses. This is Charlie, and this is the owner of the apartment we're renting.
Yes.
And I was just telling him what a beautiful, beautiful home he has. So
Thank you, Sherry. So much. Thank you.
So one of these days you'll see yourself on YouTube.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Just can't get enough of this view. I saw a cruise ship going on it earlier. Anyway, I'm gonna go in and relax. It's my end of day, and we'll see you tomorrow on the ferry.
We made it to just north of Vancouver, and we're positioned for the ferry in the morning. And we're going to get up bright and early at 4 a.m. to make hopefully get on that first ferry that crosses over to Vancouver Island. And we're staying on a home that's on the side of the mountain here, and getting the bikes around up here was kind of tricky, but we got all settled in here now. But let me show you out the window where we're staying here. This overlooks the Sound, and these are the islands just offshore here from where we're at. Isn't this beautiful? Just an unbelievable place to stay. So I'm really looking forward to that ferry ride tomorrow that'll take us over to Vancouver Island. I hear it's absolutely beautiful, and we've been planning this for a long time. So I hope everything works out. We'll see you in the morning. Take care.